Hello and welcome to my requested review of Phone Booth. If you want to request a review, first subscribe to this channel, then comment on this video, or send me a personal message. The plot of this movie centers upon a hot-headed publicist named Stu, who's played by Colin Farrell. He's basically living the cocky, I'm the greatest man in the world life. He's living in New York, he's having affairs on the side, he's basically a jerk to his clients, and he's basically just a sleazy liar. He has to step into a phone booth to make a call. And you know what? He gets the call he never expected. He gets a call from a guy who basically says, I'm watching you, I have a sniper rifle, and I'm going to blow your head off if you don't admit that you're a bad, sleazy person. And just to prove it to this, he kills a guy who leads this brothel. So after that, Stu is pretty much convinced that this guy is dangerous. And the rest of the movie basically escalates from there with the police getting involved, the captain played by Forrest Whitaker, and just this sniper voiced by Kiefer Sutherland playing all these mind games with Colin Farrell trying to get him to confess how bad of a person he really is. I'm just going to laud my praise right from the beginning. This is an unbelievable film. Like, it really is like a very tense, just taut, really good thriller. And let me start with the acting. Colin Farrell. I've never really thought much of him. I always thought, oh, he's just another tough, stereotypical, yo, I'm a cool dude type guy. But in this, he's actually fantastic. He has to go through a wide range of emotions, and he pulls them off perfectly. His transformation to a total jerk, to someone you might actually feel some sympathy for, is actually very well handled. It doesn't take too short or too long for him to turn into a guy you actually feel sympathy for. But then again, there is a sniper, and it doesn't take long for the mind games to start to set into his mind. Also, Kiefer Sutherland is incredible in a mostly voiced performance as the sniper. He's kind of the anti-John Travolta in Taking Pelham 1 2 3. While John Travolta just sat there cussing his butt off, just doing nothing but just gratuitously just saying the F word, this guy is much more calm, he's much more menacing because he has a way of balancing the menacingness with just more calm stuff. And that's what I liked, is that he didn't seem like he was afraid of anything. And I just loved the way that he made all these mind games and how he just like totally got into this guy's head, and it was all very realistic and very cool. I never thought I'd say this, but I actually have to take my hat off to Joel Schumacher on this one. I can't believe the man who gave Batsuit nipples could direct such a great psychological thriller. He really captures the underbelly of New York, and just the people and just the way he films it is just amazing. And I also have to say, a 10-day shoot, that's pretty unheard of. And the fact that the movie was actually fantastic for a movie that only took 10 days to shoot is pretty incredible. So, for once, Joel Schumacher, I actually have to take my hat off to you. I can't stress enough how tense this movie is. The claustrophobic feeling of the phone booth, the excellent acting, the biting, sharp dialogue, it just all comes together perfectly. And I'm very happy this movie is only an hour and 20 minutes, because unlike most movies that overstay their welcome, this movie runs at a perfect length. You don't feel like you got any more or any less than you feel like you deserved. Overall, I can praise this movie for a while longer, but I'm not going to bore you anymore. If there is any flaws with this movie, it's just some of the dialogue gets a little repetitive after a while, but it's nothing to detract from an excellent film. Like, if you haven't tracked down this little gem yet, definitely do so. This is something that's 100% worth your time. And I didn't go in expecting much, and I was just blown away by what this movie had to offer.